Museums are far more than simple buildings filled with old and curious things. They are the guardians of our collective memory, the physical archives of human history, creativity, and scientific discovery. They hold the stories of who we were, the evidence of what we have achieved, and the questions that continue to drive us forward. To define a museum as influential is to look beyond the sheer number of visitors or the monetary value of its collection. It means measuring its impact on society, its role in shaping national identities, and its power to change how we understand ourselves and the world around us. The Louvre stands as perhaps the most iconic symbol of the museum as a public institution, a monumental palace that evolved from a fortress, a royal residence, into the world's most visited art museum. Its transformation began during the French Revolution, a period of radical social and political upheaval. On August 10, 1793, the revolutionary government opened the doors of the former royal palace to the public, declaring that the art that once belonged exclusively to the monarchy now belonged to the people of France. At the heart of the Louvre's immense collection is Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa and the Venus de Milo, masterpieces that became cultural phenomena embedded in global consciousness. From universal survey departments to Pei's bold pyramid, the Louvre shaped how the world sees, studies, and shares art. Established by an Act of Parliament in 1753, opened to the public in 1759, the British Museum was a pioneering national museum open to all for free. Its founding collection drew from Sir Hans Sloane's vast cabinet of curiosities. From the start, its ambition was global. Perhaps no object is more significant than the Rosetta Stone, the key to deciphering ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs. Jean-François Champollion unlocked a civilization in 1822. The Parthenon marbles represent artistic heights and ongoing cultural debate. The universal survey model influenced museums worldwide. Its reading room nurtured generations of thinkers and scholarship. Debates on cultural property and repatriation keep it central to questions of ownership and identity. Through constant adaptation, it uses its collection to tell shared human stories. Founded in 1870 by business leaders, artists, and philanthropists, the Met embodied civic ambition. Its mission was encyclopedic from the start: collect, preserve, and display art from across the world and time. The Temple of Dendar, gifted by Egypt in 1965, juxtaposes ancient architecture with New York's skyline. Painstakingly dismantled, shipped, and reassembled for future generations. Its European holdings, Vermeer, Van Gogh, signal depth and quality. Through strategic acquisitions and patronage, it rivaled Europe's great museums. Its departmental model shaped museums across the U.S. Lectures, tours, and scholarship make its collection accessible. Publications, conservation, and research cement its scholarly role. Continually expanding and re-examining, the Met pursues a more global, inclusive narrative. The Vatican museums trace their origins to the early 16th century, when Pope Julius II displayed Laocoon and his sons in 1506. A sprawling complex of galleries and chapels showcases treasures of the Catholic Church. The pinnacle is the Sistine Chapel, Michelangelo's high Renaissance masterpiece from 1508 to 12. Decades later, he returned for the Last Judgment, a powerful vision of the Second Coming. These works are theological statements and a testament to creativity in the service of the divine. The Raphael rooms stand as another high point of Renaissance artistry. Alongside sacred art, world-class antiquities created a dialogue between classical past and Christian present. This repository illuminates Christianity's history and Western civilization. It reinforces Rome's status as a timeless cultural capital. The State Hermitage Museum is a monument to scale and opulence, rooted in Catherine the Great's 1864 acquisitions. Her private retreat, her Hermitage, quickly grew into a vast collection. St. Petersburg aspired to rival Europe's great centers. Renowned for depth in Western European art, it holds extraordinary series by single masters. one of the world's largest Rembrandt collections. Two rare Leonardos and iconic Matisse works enrich its survey. Housed in the former Sarl residence, its Baroque splendor frames the art. Nationalization, sales, and wartime trophies mirror turbulent history. Today, it symbolizes Russia's cultural heritage and its bridges to Europe. The Smithsonian is a unique complex of museums and research centers, often called the nation's attic. Founded in 1846 by James Smithson's bequest to increase and diffuse knowledge. Admission is free, fulfilling a democratic vision. From the 1903 Wright Flyer to Apollo 11's Columbia, humanity reached the moon in 1969. Iconic artifacts anchor national memory. Beyond display, research centers create new knowledge. A distributed model enables deep specialization with a united mission. Making resources free, it anchors American education and civic life. A living public trust for culture and science. The Uffizi is inseparable from the birth of the Renaissance. Built by Giorgio Vasari for Florence's offices, it soon displayed Medici treasures. By the 1580s, it welcomed visitors among Europe's first modern museums. A breathtaking journey through Renaissance evolution. Botticelli's Birth of Venus has become a universal symbol of the Italian Renaissance. Alongside Primavera, works by Giotto, Leonardo, Raphael, and Michelangelo trace a revolution. Here, artists mastered perspective, sfumato, and anatomical accuracy. A focused narrative of a pivotal moment in art history. The museum itself reflects Medici taste and patronage power. Its specialized model inspired countless single artist and period museums. The Prado is a treasure chest of Spanish art. Opened in 1819 to house the royal collection, it also holds Italian and Flemish art. Its core is Spain's masters, Velázquez, Goya, and El Greco. Las Meninas, part portrait, part meditation on art, life, and make-believe, has fascinated artists for centuries. The world's largest Goya collection spans splendor and darkness. The collection narrates Spain's golden age, power, Catholic faith, and social change. A school for artist, Picasso studied its masters and served as director in 1936. Masterpieces were evacuated in war evidence of national value. Today, the Prado remains central to learning Spanish art. Its identity is inseparable from the story of Spain. These museums are more than buildings with impressive collections. They shaped what a museum is and what it can achieve. They pioneered the idea that art, history, and science are a shared heritage. By opening their doors, they turned private treasures into public trusts, engines for education, identity, and diplomacy. Each has made a unique, lasting contribution. From revolution to philanthropy, from faith to science, their models echo worldwide. They preserve objects and the ideas that give them meaning. They face preservation, ownership, and inclusion, adapting with technology and broader narratives. They must remain places of learning, inspiration, and conversation. Ultimately, by safeguarding our triumphs, follies, creativity, and wonder, museums connect us to our shared humanity and invite us to witness, question, and learn.